so I might just fuck you forever. I go from jump off a bridge, then I jump on that dick. I fucking lay down the law.
Yuck! Yuck!
Hello, girls. Welcome back to the channel. So we have another Instagram Q&A from our girl, Amberlyn. So without further ado, let's get into it. What jobs are you looking into? What fields? And Amberlyn responds, privacy reasons, and so there's no interference. I won't be talking about this. I'm sorry. That's Amberlyn, or an amberism for I don't have anything going on. That means there's nothing going on. Because I don't think it would take much work for the people on the kiwi farms to find out what job she's applied for. Like, those people are a different type of girl, okay? They're really on with that. So next one. What's one thing you're looking forward to the most this coming year? Amberlyn says bullet journaling. I did it a few years ago and enjoyed it. Decided to do it again in 2016. I'm really excited. Bullet journaling. Given the current circumstances of your life, the thing you're looking forward to in 2026 is bullet journaling. She can't be for real. What about another health journey? What about taking care of my pets, putting together a better financial plan, trying to figure out how I can monetize on different platforms, strategizing for my content creator career? Nothing like that. Therapy, weight loss surgery, but bullet journaling. You see, and this is why all that carrying on and crying that she was doing in her last live stream, the end of an era, people didn't buy it. She's not as sad. She's not as desperate as she wanted us to seem. She just wanted some money. I think she has the money. She just wanted some more money to hold her over and like garner sympathy from people. Bullet journaling? Is that what you're looking forward to? My God. The next person asks, do you still play Choosy by yourself? Yes, it's something I do daily.
Dear Lord, what a sad little life.
Now, speaking of the Choosy, so in the last Q&A, she told us that she spent $10,000 plus on these Choosies, and someone like zoomed in on the picture of those Choosies, and the girls, they were so dirty. I'll put a picture up here. The Choosies were so mucky and dirty. It's like, oh my God. And she's selling those for $30 a bag. Initially, I thought it was $30 for like the whole lot because I was like, fair. Because it's just basically cheap plastic stuff that you can get from like Temu or Shein. But $30 per bag, and it was so dirty. Like, it's not even cleaned or sanitized. Can you imagine? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Ew. Next question. What does Mama Lynn think about you quitting YouTube? Amberlyn says she feels really bad for me and she doesn't think it's fair. The thing is, I don't think Mama Lynn has like the full context of what's going on. She only knows what Amberlyn tells her. You know, Amberlyn will call. You remember like in that live stream where Amberlyn was going off on Aunt Tammy, and then she called her mom. She was like, Mom, like Aunt Tammy, like I'm not even gonna call her Aunt Tammy, but she's saying all kinds of things about you, about me, about grandma.
What did you want? So Tammy, not even gonna call her auntie anymore. I'm so fed up. She went onto a reaction channel and talked about you, me, personals, and completely twisted the narrative.
So that's all her mom hears about what's going on YouTube. I don't think her mother really knows what's happening. So that's why she would say, oh, that's so unfair. But it's like, if you know the daughter that you have, I wouldn't think it's unfair. It can feel kind of insulting to your audience for us to put in questions and you forget. Insulting. Life gets in the way and I do it for fun. I got distracted and busy. I'm sorry I insulted you. And this is a valid thing. If this person is like Amberlyn's supporter or fan, it's valid because for years Amberlyn has disregarded her audience, she disregarded her supporters, and only sees them beneficial when she's in crisis and needs money. It's like, who cares? You remember that clip where she was like, who cares if I gaslight my audience? Who cares? It's like they care because again, people invest their time into this, so it is personal to them. Remember how Rachel was like, oh, I just figured out that people take Gorl too personal. Like, it's personal because people are investing time out of their day to sit, to watch, and listen to you. So it is a personal thing, and I can see why someone might feel slighted by it, you know? Where will you be selling Choosies? I only sell them locally. I've already sold so many. It's been a nice little activity to do and very helpful again. And if you're even thinking about buying them, do not, because those things are dirty. They're dirty. Ill. Don't buy. This person asks, how much was Twinkie surgery, and is there a place we can donate to help with costs? See, another person suckered in by Amberlyn. Don't fall for it, girl. Amberlyn says it was $700. It was $700. So you're telling me that Amberlyn didn't have $700 to pay for Twinkie surgery? $700 for surgery. Like, I mean, it is a lot of money, But to Amberlyn, that is not a lot of money, guys. It was already paid in full. Thank you so much for offering. And for those asking, Twinkie's doing amazing. Always remember not to only advocate for yourself, but for your pets as well. I think you should remember that. It took you 10 years to advocate for Twinkie. Editing literally here. So I made a mistake. I said 10 years, but it's 7 years. Either way, it's still a hell of a long damn time for that dog to have had that tumor on her. All right, let's continue. You didn't even have pet insurance for Twinkie. You didn't have any money saved up for emergencies for your pets. So now all of a sudden you want to advocate for Twinkie. And people found out, I think it was Despectful Moments that posted these pictures. He said the day after Twinkie's surgery, Amberlyn went out to bingo. She was at the bingo hall while Twinkie was home recovering from surgery. Editing literally here again. So it was indeed the day of Twinkie's surgery that Amberlyn was out at the glow in the dark bingo. Anyway, let's carry on. If my pet or someone I cared about, had a surgery and is at home recovering, I'm not going anywhere. All those times in the live streams, we hear Twinkie crying because Twinkie needed to go and pee. Twinkie needed to get up somewhere. What if Twinkie needed to do that while she was out? That's very irresponsible and inconsiderate, honestly. When you're crying on the internet saying that you're broke and people have ruined your life, the haters have demonetized you, but you still have money to go to bingo. Bingo, where she spends about 6 hours at bingo, that's a lot of money. Gambling. So all you people who did the Cash Apps, the Cameos, the Venmos, that's where your donations are going, to the bingo hall. And this person says, I thought Twinkie's tumor wasn't cancerous. Then she says, it's not cancerous, and turns out it isn't a fatty tumor. That's what the vet always said in Kentucky, and they said it was fine. The vet I had when I moved to Oklahoma said it too, but in my gut, something seemed off. I got a new vet because I requested a removal, and they said no, but my gut was screaming and right. It was a massive cyst. My new vet listened, explained, and made me and Twinkie both feel extremely hurt. She's doing so well after surgery. I'm so proud of her. Okay, Amber. Okay. This person asks, what do you think people misunderstand most about you? She says, everything. Every time I hear someone hates me, it's a reason that isn't real or only assumed. It's wild. No, that's not true. Listen, I don't hate Amberlyn. I just dislike her. And the reasons I dislike her, they're valid reasons. I got the clips ready. If I ever met her in my life and she asked me, why don't you like me? I'll be like, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, A through to Z. I could show her why. This person says, why did you delete your update about Twinkie? She says, I've deleted all my community posts. The only thing I have left on my YouTube is a live stream saying bye. That's not answering the question. You see how sneaky this woman is. Someone asked you, why did you delete it? But then she was like, oh, I deleted all my community posts. Like, yes, we know. But why did you delete the post that you made? And she didn't answer it. Very sneaky. What's your response to those accusing you of lying about Twinkie's surgery? She was like, ha ha ha, what? I didn't know people thought I was lying about her surgery. This is exactly what I'm talking about. People are wild. There's people who don't believe that Twinkie actually had the surgery, and that Amberlyn just kind of brought that up in that live stream so she can get more money and more donations because she knows that people care about Twinkie so much. But I don't know. Probably had the surgery. But the thing that I'm a little bit irritated about is that your pet, who you consider your child, had surgery and you left them by themselves to go out to bingo for God knows how long. That's the part that irritates me. What steps are you taking to budget and manage your finances? She says, I haven't ordered takeout in weeks. Huge money saver, and it's definitely helping the scale go down. I'm sure it is. I'm also cooking everything I eat, which strangely I've been enjoying. She says this all the time. Every weight loss arc, it's always, oh, I'm cooking more and I love it. I enjoy it. She still hasn't answered like the steps she's taking. She hasn't ordered takeout. Good, but what else? Savings accounts, investment accounts. What's the plan, girl? What's the plan? There are people that see your growth and changes, even if others refuse to acknowledge it. Girl, this woman has not changed in 10 years. Rinse, recycle, repeat. Nothing has changed about you, Amberlyn.
More. I've changed even
Have
in the
you
last
watched
year.
your videos, Amber? You are recycle, repeat.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing new about you right now. You are the same person you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Watch your videos. Watch reaction videos. It shows it over and over again. Rinse, cycle, repeat.
People are saying Twinkie didn't actually have surgery and you only said it for the money grab. I mean, I think she did that too. And then she put the picture of Twinkie having a little nap. She definitely did. This is her resting. I'm so glad she has always adapted to the cone. She's such a smart, sweet, perfect baby. I'm going to cover her stitches due to privacy, but you can see where they shaved her. I mean, yeah, you can see it, but I still think Twinkie was used as a money grab because how do you not have $700? That's my question. Don't let evil people bring you down. You're a good person and things will come around. She's not a good person. She says thank you, and they definitely aren't bringing me down. I think they are. I think things are getting to her. But you know how Amberlynn likes to pretend like she's rising above everything. She always pretends until she crashes, then comes online and cries. So yeah. How do you feel seeing Chantal still posting eating videos? She says you're allowed to post eating videos as long as you don't talk about eating disorders in them. I don't think that's it. I think it's also in the way that you're doing it. There's debates about how do you determine whether this is harmful behavior when someone is just eating. But I think for people like Amberlynn and Chantal, or the other spectrum of Eugenia Cooney and them, you can see, or even people who look normal in quotations, like you're able to decipher that this is not a good behavior for you. And that's why people are able to report it. So I don't think it's just talking about the EDs, it's how that is presented, how the food and the eating is presented as well. This person says you're about to throw away $400 in shipping, but you panicked for Twinkie's $700 surgery, which is true. She was like, oh my gosh, Pink Sparkles and I did this gift exchange, but now it's $400 in shipping. I can't even do it. She says, I panicked when I lost my job, which is a normal human reaction. Twinkie surgery or shipping or anything wouldn't have mattered cost-wise if I didn't lose my job. Losing an income I've had for a decade can make you feel things that are dramatized to the actual reality. Now that it's been some time, I'm no longer panicking. I am peaceful. She's peaceful because you people fell for the trick and are giving her money through Cash App and Venmo and buying those silly cameos. Because she knows that, oh, a pipeline of money coming in. But then again, thinking about financial strategies, like that won't last for long. People can't keep buying cameos every month. That's like $100+ if you factor in all the costs that come with Cameo. The fact that you didn't have the $700 when you should have it because of the amount of money that you make. That's the problem. This person says, if your pets didn't have insurance, please get Romeo insurance while young. Why didn't you save for emergencies? She says, people are confused about my income, which is fine because it's not something I talk about and definitely not something I plan on continuing to talk about either. YouTube is very kind when it comes to the amount they pay. That's why I didn't ever need a savings for emergencies. See, that's where you get it wrong. No matter how much money you make, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands, millions, you always need a savings, an emergency fund. So it doesn't matter if the money is coming in every month because once it stops, she found herself in this situation. I was always able to pay for anything at any time, even emergency things that came out of nowhere. My savings has always strictly been for taxes. I normally save more than I actually need for taxes. So that's been a nice blessing in disguise. Attitude around money, the financial literacy that she has. Like, even if you have more than you need, always save some for a rainy day because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Would you ever consider being religious? She says, I've been agnostic for as long as I can remember. Lately, I've been leaning agnostic atheist, but honestly, certain things about Buddhism ignite something inside of me. I can't quite pinpoint what it is igniting, but maybe one day I can explore that. Listen, a Buddhist Lin arc, honestly, on it, just don't do it, Amberlynn. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that people can't explore different religions if they want to, but again, we're specifically talking about Amberlynn and the person that we know her to be. I don't think that she would uphold the kind of traditions, values, customs, doctrines that come with different kinds of religions like Buddhism. I don't think she'll be the best person to uphold that simply because she won't cherish the kind of intrinsic value that these ancient religious paths come with. That's the reason I'm saying she shouldn't. I mean, she can, but she'll probably make it her own and pretty much just do a disservice to people who actually faithfully follow religions like Buddhism. You know what I mean? You know, reaction channels will be making more content from your Insta Q&As, right? I do not and will not live my life for them or around them. Yeah, we will, because that's what it is. It's like you're a content creator, you're a public figure. And unless she just fully privates everything, like makes her Instagram private, Snapchat private, TikTok private, then people won't talk about anything. But I'm sure there's some people in Grow World who are on her friends list, you know? People will continue to make content. There's nothing wrong with that. But did you seriously think YouTube was going to be forever? She says YouTube still can be forever if I choose. I can come back in 90 days after being demonetized. I don't think she understands like the power of her audience really. Because the longer that she goes, the harder it will be for her to come back into the algorithm. So I think she's really conflating her value on this app. Like, you're only as good as, you know, the number of people who are interested in watching you. And it's like the longer she goes away, people forget, people lose interest. Yeah, people might choose not to even watch her directly after this. They'll watch through reaction channels, but I don't know. It's not forever. It's not forever. I think this is the last one. It says, I'm in such a calm, healing space right now. I have been for a couple of months, and it seems to only get better as time goes on. I've realized that Q&As are inviting in too much negativity from people who are looking for something to twist or hate on. That's not the energy I want in my life anymore. I don't align with that kind of energy, so I'll no longer be doing Instagram Q&As. She gave up. She gave up. Thank you to those who always support me. Your kindness means more than you know. But walking away has been the right choice in so many ways lately. I was doing these Q&As to update those who wanted updates and to talk to those who missed my vlogs, but it's only being tainted by people who lack any emotional or intellectual stimulation during the day. So they use it to belittle me, create rumors about me, and judge every last thing I say or do. Social media is not fun anymore and hasn't been for a while. Goodbye. So there you go. You haters ruined it. No more Q&As from Amberlynn Reed. So yeah, she's quit the Q&As. Maybe she's realizing that the kind of platform that she's built over the years and the environment that she's fostered is now coming back to bite her. She's a public figure. She's a content creator. Everything will be scrutinized. Even if she goes behind a paywall, whether it's, you know, a Patreon, whether she goes on Twitch, people will still follow her there. People will get access to those clips and it will continue. But again, I think she's forgetting that she's the one who fostered this kind of environment. And now she's trying to distance herself from it without actual real change that people can actually see. It's hard. It's going to be hard. But anyway, that is the end of the Q&A recap, catching up with Amberlynn. Leave your favorite emoji in the comment section below if you're a person who likes any emotional or intellectual stimulation during the day. All right, girls, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.